missed y'all. But I gotta admit, I missed the crew. My girl Shay right next to me. What's going on, girl?
What's going on? Happy
It's good to see you. That corny suit, I forgive you because I love you and I missed you, okay? RC in the house, little Red Riding Hood, rocking them. I mean, and only you can rock that. You look good, my brother. And my boy Kid, what's up, baby? What's up, baby? What's up, baby? You know what time it is? It's Monday. The playoffs are here. The NFL playoffs has been all set. And your boy is back in town. You know what I'm going to say. Holla at your boy! Woo! Showtime!
Season on the line. Winner advances. Loser is done for the year.
Rodgers back, lofting left. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers!
Chris Boswell's extra point attempt is no good.
And now a field goal will win it for the Ravens.
Fourth down for the Ravens. 21 seconds remaining. Lamar takes the snap, lofts the ball. It is caught by Isaiah Likely. We are down to the final play of the regular season.
And that kick is no good. No good. It's wide right. No he good. Missed it. Luke missed it. And your Pittsburgh Steelers are AFC North champions.
First Take is presented by Freestyle Libre.
What a game last night and what a crew we have here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to First Take, our first show of 2026 on a Monday. Got the whole gang back together. Stephen A., welcome back. How you doing?
Good to be back, y'all. Miss y'all. I wasn't lying. I wasn't doing it for this with cold over. I really did miss y'all. It's good to be back.
I feel like you know when you in class and the principal or the superintendent come into the class and the teacher try to give everybody a prep. Hey, we're gonna have a superintendent in the class today, and then they walk in and say, "Hi, class," and everybody say, "Hi, Mr. Stephen Anthony."
How you do?
You make fun of my suit. You're literally wearing the same suit as me, but with stripes.
Trust me, anybody with two eyes can see there's a difference in levels with this suit compared to yours. But like I said, I love you. It's good to see you.
Okay.
Let's move on.
RC, you want to add to the class here?
No, listen, I just want to start the show.
He
That's
does.
right. That's
Of
good.
course he does. Mr. Steeler wants to start the show after what we saw last night. Let's get right into it. AFC North on the line, and my goodness, what a thriller in Pittsburgh. Came down to missed kicks, though. Steelers, Ravens, a win-and-get-in kind of scenario. Aaron Rodgers threw for a season-high 294 yards, which included the go-ahead touchdown drive with under a minute to go. However, the Ravens did have a chance to win it with a 44-yard field goal as time expired, but Tyler Loop just couldn't quite get it through the uprights, and the Steelers win the AFC North for the first time since 2020. Here is Mike Tomlin on his quarterback postgame.
I've admired him from afar for a long time. It's good to do it with him. But again, as I've said multiple times here in recent weeks, this was the vision in the spring when we pursued him. That's why you do business with a 41, 42-year-old guy. Been there, done that. Guy with a resume like his. He's not only capable, man, he thrives in it. And I think he put that on display tonight. And we're AFC North champions. And that sounds good and it feels good. But we didn't come here for that. We came here for what lies ahead. And so excited about that.
It's good to be a part of the 14 after, so many years. 22 we lost in the last game to make the playoffs. 23 I was out. 24 we were terrible. So it's nice to be back in this position. The belief level in the locker room after a win like this is exponentially greater.
So here we are now. We've had some time to really think about what we witnessed last night. Let's start with the Steelers side of things. Obviously, we heard from Tomlin and Rodgers there. How much praise do you give these two for what we saw last night?
Well, I think the first thing, this won't be a win that they'll talk about in their Hall of Fame speeches, but it definitely salvaged a small piece of both of their legacies. The way that this season started, the way that the AFC North shook out, you couldn't acquire Aaron Rodgers in the offseason and not be in this position. To go to Cleveland and have a Cleveland loss be a part of why you don't get to the playoffs. For DK Metcalf to be absent in the last two games due to suspension. And the other thing that makes this a wonderful win is this. You got the real Derrick Henry early on in this game. The true Lamar Jackson showed up late. And it was Aaron Rodgers without DK Metcalf finding Calvin Austin, finding Pat Freiermuth, using his running backs out of the backfield, taking one-on-ones to Adam Thielen versus Marlon Humphrey and throwing pinpoint accurate passes as only he could do. This is the sort of win that you brought Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh for. And I believe both head coach Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers deserve a ton of praise for finding a way to win this game and give themselves an opportunity to be in the dance.
Well, you give them a lot of praise, too, but I'll add this. First and foremost, it was extremely noisy in Pittsburgh for the whole month of December. And you have to acknowledge that no matter what we said, what they heard, what the reaction was, they just came out and produced. It was almost like an evil genius kind of partaking of Coach Tomlin, because he had a quote there or a soundbite that said, just watch, all right, or just wait. These type of things in that locker room, nobody ever doubts that the Pittsburgh Steelers will ever be prepared or ready. They were. From what we saw and what I've seen from them, do they have enough, though? When you have a guy like Aaron Rodgers and you see how methodical those drives were, Dan, I mean, you know more than anybody as far as how efficient, did not put the ball in danger, a check down, they made the most of each and every opportunity. But as we see that game unfold, it's extremely frustrating for me to see the Ravens fall like they fell. And the circumstances were what the circumstances were. But nevertheless, a lot of praise should go to Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I give it all to Rodgers. Signature performance. There's some throws in that game where I think only Aaron makes. I mean, there's 3 or 4 throws on third down where I can't fault Baltimore that much defensively, and the balls are just perfect. The ball to Freiermuth, the ball to Thielen down the seam is preposterous. Then the other ball down, third down to Freiermuth. And I just think of Rodgers in that game without DK Metcalf. I didn't give them a chance. Yeah. I did not think that they would score 26 points versus Baltimore's defense without DK Metcalf. And just for Rodgers to throw the football the way that he did, it's like, can you still see it and can you still throw it? And the answer, emphatically, yes. I think throwing the ball wise, it's as good as he's done it since 2020. I really believe that. I know last year you said bad, 23 he was hurt, 22 end of the season, but this was just vintage Rodgers. And to have 3rd and 10, the ball to Austin, I promise you that wasn't a designed play, so to speak, going into the game. He just sees Awuzie starting to sit, and then he hits him with the double move, gets him to slip. And so Mike Tomlin, credit to weather all the storm throughout the season, but to have the quarterback throw the way that he did in that game versus a good defense in Baltimore, not great, but good, solid defense, hats off.
Hats off to Aaron Rodgers. He looked the best that he's looked all season as far as I'm concerned. Those that you were talking about, the Thielen, the Freiermuth, and what have you, Calvin Austin as well, major, major props. But I'm going to temper my enthusiasm for the Pittsburgh Steelers because luck has a lot to do with it. It comes with it. We understand it. It can't always be about your elevated skill level. Sometimes luck plays a role. A lot of times luck plays a role. And boy, were they lucky last night. Not once, not twice. Not once, but at least twice. Zay Flowers, how wide open could you be? I mean, my God. How wide open could you be? And then the Steelers take the lead. They come down, march out there, they take the lead. And then again, I loved how NBC just highlighted it. I mean, I don't even think it was them. I think it was Scott Van Pelt talking on a set afterwards, where you just put a yellow square, and it was like, there was no Steeler in the vicinity. Not once, but twice. Same play. You fake it. You fake a toss to Derrick Henry. They go all in on Derrick Henry, and the entire left side of the field is wide open. I could have caught that pass and ran for a touchdown. That's how crazy it was. That's how wide. There was nobody there. There was nobody there. There was nobody there.
They would have caught you.
There was nobody there.
If you caught it.
You can say that. You can say that. That's a good point. That's a good point. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is that there was nobody there. And I'm like, it's a playoff berth. It's a division title on the line. How do you make the same mistake twice? How do you make the mistake that you made in such a pivotal point of the game? That's what the Steelers did. And if it wasn't for a rookie kicker that couldn't deliver the goods with the pressure, they walk away winning 27-26, okay? I'm looking at it from that standpoint. Yes, Aaron Rodgers was great, no doubt. And to do what they did offensively without DK Metcalf, much love and respect to the Pittsburgh Steelers. But defensively, particularly with those 2 plays involving Zay Flowers, I don't know what the hell it is.
But I think the point is, though, no one here thought the Pittsburgh Steelers could score enough points to win this game. Right. After I watched Derrick Henry on that first drive, I actually tweeted, there's no way they produced enough points to win. And even halfway through the game, they were still trying to